Akatin chitap kalenjin eng witugul ole imitei itagat eng tetutiet nebo mashinani betut nebo rani ole atkan tugul kekushini kong kit netesetai eng kebeberwek cheterterchin eng kebeberwek chebo gaa. Kounoto ko kibendi ketaune akobo ole kaimongei kandoinatet chotok chechang chebo majority leader eng bunge nebo Senate Aaron Cheriot akomwa kole maweksei let inendet alen kakon kapkirwok nebo High Court eng wikit konye kole matindoi kaitet neo nebo MPs serikalitab Kenya Kwanza eng bunge nebo National Assembly. Kosubkei ak Senator Aaron komakat kisub tetutiet noton tilet nekikon Speaker nebo National Assembly Moses Wetangula kole tindoi majority Kenya Kwanza ako minority Azimio. Ako unotok kale komanyalu eng kapkirwok kochutyi boisionik chotok chebo bunge. Kokotestai kobit ngalalet eng kwenutab kandoik chebo Azimio ak Kenya Kwanza kotinygei ak tilanatok bo kapkirwok kole kigeni keker takchinet notok newendi koibei bunge kotinygei ak tilanatak eng kasarta ne iwekugei boisiet bunge kongetegei kamung'et notok nebo RSS.
Kuna uamuzi ule umetokea katika mahakama ya kusema ati sijui kuna Azimio ni wengi kushinda sijui nani. Hiyo maneno mimi maoni yangu sioni kama ni mambo ambaye ninafaa kuongelea sana. Lakini kile mimi najua katika sheria ya taifa letu uamuzi wa pande gani ni wengi na wagani ni wachache inafanywa na spika wa bunge. Huyo jaji ambaye aliongea hiyo ni maoni yake kama maoni ya Mkenya mwingine yoyote vile anaweza toa. Na sioni kama kuna ubaya mtu kuwa na maoni. Lakini the truth of the matter is that as we stand today, the decision by Speaker Moses Wetangula was founded in law and parliamentary practice. Remember, this is a speaker who has been in parliament over 30 years. So the judge, in whatever he was expressing, in my opinion, fell terribly short of parliamentary practices. And I want to believe that hiyo ni maneno ambaye haiwezi kutukosanisha. Mimi nikiona huyo judge pengine kidogo alikuwa anataka kuingililia hii maneno ambaye inaendelea kwa sasa inaitwa broad base. Kwa sasa dunia ilishasonga. Hakuna kitu inaitwa Azimio. Na hakuna kitu ya ile ya zamani ati tulikuwa tunasema Kenya Kwanza. Sasa hii tuko kwa msimu mwingine inaitwa broad base ambaye ni Kenya, serikali rais ameleta ya Wakenya wote wako ndani. Kwa hivyo hiyo maneno mnataka kutupatia ati tuweze kugawana, hiyo ni maneno kidogo sana. Vitu sijui nani atakaa pande gani ama gani, hiyo ni maneno yalikuwa yamepitwa na wakati. If it is about leadership in parliament, already as we resume to parliament tomorrow, on my side, on the side of the Senate, and even Kimani Ichung'wah on the National Assembly, we are going to reconstitute all committees and give leadership that reflects the broad-based agenda. Kwa hivyo hii kitu kidogo mnataka kutuambia ati tupiganie who becomes sijui leader of what or the other, hiyo mtafute kazi nyingine ya kufanya. In any case, there is nothing called Azimio anymore. Ile kitu mimi naona iko pande moja ya broad-based na iko pande ile ingine ya kina Wajakoya, Kalonzo na ule mzee wa Loliondo wa Nyeri ambaye anaita watu kudanganya ati yako na dawa ya siasa. Wewe utakuwa na dawa ya siasa na huko nyumbani? Kama ungekuwa unajua kupanga, ungefukuzwa. Unajua mimi naona ati juzi anatisha rais anamwambia wewe utakuwa one term. Sasa wewe mtu ambaye hukumaliza hata quarter term unatisha mwingine namna gani? Kama ungekuwa fundi ungejitibu kwanza.
Tetat keyai bandab oret nekibune kelyek nebo kilomitaisiek 5 eng betutab komut kasi wikinitok kongetegei komasta nebo Kaptilit agoi sukulitab Kabarnet Deaf Blind School asikecheng toretet noto ikochin sukulit noto ribe lagok chemakertoi ak chemakastoi kosubkei ak kanetindet neo nebo sukulit noto Eunice Chesang ak governor nebo Baringo Benjamin Cheboy kamwa kole bunei kaimutik chechang sukulit noto konyoljin toretet ale kasom biikab emet kale koboisie betutab Valentine's Day kotoret kipsomaninik chebo sukulit noto.
It is the only school in East and Central Africa which gives or offers education for deaf-blind children, and therefore it is the only school in Kenya. We receive children from all parts of Kenya and even outside Kenya, and currently we have 85 learners. We have 55 boys and 30 girls, and they come from various counties. They not only come from Baringo County, but all over the country. So therefore, this day is very important for us because we have some challenges, like the funding from the government is somehow insufficient, and the major challenge right now is the salaries for the workers. We have a huge debt arrears for the workers, and therefore and other needs of the school. So we found that this day we can use it so that we can maybe mobilize resources so that also we can get something we can use for the betterment of our education of our learners, and also be able to offset some of these debts which are accruing now and then. The number of learners are increasing. Like for example, this time we have received 5 new learners, and therefore the number is expanding every now and then, and we find that the teacher ratio should be 1:1, and you see now we have 85 learners and we have 4 teachers, and we find that now the ratio is not equivalent.
And we will also be asking those who are in charge, like government, this is a day also to come on board and try to unlock the challenges that the school face. This is a school that was established, and since that time it has been surviving on it, almost on its own, surviving on its well-wishers. We would ask that in the future we have a sustainable way of running the school.
For a long time we have been putting a smile on our loved ones, putting a smile on our spouses, a smile on our young people, the young people of this country, put a smile on their girlfriends and their boyfriends. And we are doing it differently this time in Kabarnet. In Baringo County and Kabarnet in particular, we have a school called Kabarnet School for the Deaf Blind, which is facing myriads of challenges owing to insufficiency of capital that is provided to them by the Ministry of Education and other stakeholders. We as a county are appealing to you to forego your Valentine's gift to your loved ones and make it available to the children of Kabarnet School for the Deaf and Blind. Let us put a smile on the face of these young disadvantaged children. We are urging friends and people of goodwill and lovers to put a smile on these young people on that day by participating in a walk, a 5-kilometer walk from Kipchilit all the way to the school. As you exercise and keep yourself fit, these young people are unable to exercise. They are unable to walk because they can't see, they can't hear. And some of them have got other challenges, including jaundice and other forms of ailments. We are kindly appealing to you. Search your soul. You are spending 10 to 20,000 or 30,000 shillings on splashing on drinks for yourself and for others. Can do a better job by donating the same amount of money to Kabarnet Deaf Blind School. We will be doing service to nature, and nature is forgiving to those who assist the vulnerable.
Tesetai logoiwek ko tesetai konyoru kanyoiset biik 4 eng Kabarnet Referral Hospital kosubkei ak kakotinosiek cheyach chekometochi police. Konerekyi kakwautiet noto meng'ikab kebeberta noto bo Kabarnet koker oret nebo Kabarnet Barwesa ole kosubkei ak noto kokotelel County Commander Julius Kiragu askarik choto akosipto icheket komanda eng Barwesa eng kasarta netesetai chikilisiet kotinygei ak yautik choto.
Sisi hapa tumekuwa na shida mingi kwa vijana ambao wamezoea kutuibia mbuzi, kondoo. Vile unavyoona hapa, hii ni kondoo ambayo imechinjwa na hao vijana wanaichukua hizi nyama na wanaenda kutuuzia kwa mabujari. Tulivyoenda kuinterrogate na hao wezi, maafisa wa askari wakaingia, wakakuja huko, badala ya kuja kutuuliza ni nini inaendelea, wakakuja direct, wakakuja kutuambia, wakakuja kuulizia direct wapi Kim. Na Kim ni mmoja wa hao wezi.
Community policing volunteers, vijana wetu walikuwa nasindikiza wakora wale wameiba mifugo ya watu. Patala ya polisi kuona ya kwamba wamesaidiwa, wakaanza kuvamia wale wasaidizi.
Badala wange protect vijana wetu, wana protect wezi. That is very serious. Wazee wa mitaa wanajua vizuri sana. And I have confidence ya kwamba mkienda ground, wazee wa mitaa wanajua.
Kuna askari mmoja alikuwa amelewa. So during the process alikuwa na shoot can ni juu. Sijui ali lose control juu ya ulevi ama nini, akaanza kutupiga marisasi.
Askari hao wakatupiga risasi direct namna hiyo. Sasa tunavyoongea hivi, vijana wetu 4 wako Kabarnet County Referral. Mmoja amepigwa risasi ya mkono hapa, mwingine amepigwa risasi ya mguu hapa, mwingine vidole zimetoka na mwingine kichwa.
Why are we killing youth? Why are we shooting carelessly? What is the future of a generation we are going to have?
Watu 4 wakaweza kujeruhiwa. Majeraha tofauti, lakini they out of danger, wako in hospital as we are talking. So already tumeanza kuchukua hatua kwa wale askari ambao walihusika kwa hiyo walikuwa kwa ile kazi ya jana usiku. Tuweze kujua nani haswa mwenye alipiga hiyo risasi na tuweze kuwa na ushahidi ya kutosha ambaye tutakuwa guided kwamba kama inatosha tuweze kumpeleka kotini.
Chanzo haswa ni vijana wa kuiba mbuzi, wanauza kwa butchery. Tumeweza kushirikiana na county government, tumeweza kufunga butchery zote ili tufanye vetting in a week, tuone kwamba wale ambao wanauza mifugo katika hizi butcheries wanauza mifugo ambayo ni halali na ina nyama ambayo imekuwa inspected kwa minajili ya afya, ili tusije tukawa na tatizo kama hili. Ofisa ambayo walihusika kwa hilo jambo tumeweza kuwachukulia hatua, na County Police Commander anaendelea na uchunguzi ili kuona kwamba wale ambao wanaweza kuwa walihusika wamechukulia hatua kulingana na sheria.
Ketesetai ko mache Principal Secretary eng Ministry nebo ICT Professor Edward Kisiangani stakeholders tugul chebo sector nebo ICT kotes tetutik cheribe biikab emet mising ko lagok eng boisiet nekararan noto nebo musongnotet. Ama Kisiangani kole kikotestai serikali kokimit tetutik chekitesetai kokere kole ribotin logoiwekab biikab emet anan data protection, akot eng kasarta nekamwa kole nyolu ketes ak kechul ng'atutik chotok chetokchin koib kakwautik chekimen chebo kerkong'et eng biik cheweche imanda anan chotok chutyin boisietab musongnotet eng oret neya. Kong'ololjin Kisiangani kong'ololi eng taonit nebo Nairobi eng igorta noto nekaboibochin Safer Internet D 2025.
Restricted use of the net. We had challenges about exams. Some people using platforms that are hosted outside Kenya, and purporting to circulate papers which were going to be done. I want to commend the textbook teams, everybody here, for once we got to know that the Minister of Education doesn't have capacity, so they came to us in the ministry. I had several meetings with them. I'm assuring you, just if you think that the government doesn't coordinate, we coordinated ourselves. The result of each is a safer exam. But as you do that, they keep multiplying. They keep recreating themselves. And you know what? Some parents want to support this. If your child becomes an accomplice in cheating in exams, and then these kids get A's, as you all propose, even when you didn't get an A, you want your child to get an A. Then you say, this kid should go and do medicine. They end up with because they're used to cheating, then they end up looking for some answers when the assignments are given in a medical school. They go for AI. Then they write very good things, AI generated. Give the professor of medicine, they get distinctions. Then next time, after they have graduated from medical school, you have some procedure. It could be minor, it could be major. You are on the operation table and then they come with the knife. They will kill all of you. They are going to kill all of you. So this is something that you really take serious and government takes very seriously. So I think I could go on and talk. I'm very passionate about this. But we have not reached a point of despair on this matter. We need to work collectively. Nobody in this country is safe with an unsafe internet. Nobody is. So don't say ni hao watu wengine. It is our collective responsibility, and we must all be involved in getting the right solutions. So it gives me great pleasure to join the ICT industry and the world in marking a safer internet day for this year 2025, which is being celebrated across the world. This year, the Safer Internet Day celebrations will be showcasing the role of online tools as an integral component in enabling the attainment of the government's digital transformation agenda, and to highlight how technology is reshaping the way users protect themselves in the digital space. In an age where internet has become an integral part of our lives, ladies and gentlemen, empowering us with knowledge, connecting us across continents, and enabling economic opportunities, it is vital that we ensure this space remains safe, inclusive, empowering for everyone, especially our children and the vulnerable populations. Today, as we reflect on the progress we have made on online safety, and many of these speakers have spoken about that, I want to take a moment to recognize and appreciate the invaluable contributions of our partners. Your dedication and collaboration have been the cornerstone of our efforts in making the internet safer and a more equitable space for Kenyans. The team, Kenya Bankers Association, TESPOC, all the umbrella, the teams that come under TESPOC. Then you have Meta, which was formerly Facebook. You have Google. The government really appreciates the efforts you are making to support us to deal with this crisis. And we cannot thank you enough. Ensuring online safety for internet users is paramount to the achievement of the digital superhighway and the creative economy. A key pillar of the government's bottom-up economic transformation, which is aimed at leveraging technology and creativity to drive economic growth, job creation, and innovation. You know, our president has been talking about these 5 pillars. You know, you have housing and settlement, medium and small enterprises, universal health care, agriculture and food security, the information superhighway and the creative economy, and of course the 6th word, climate change. Consciously, the president knew the challenges we were going to face, because he says his main aim is to migrate everybody to the digital space. All of us must be ready to deal with this. It's not the president's responsibility to deal with all these threats. He's migrating us there, and our work is getting easier, more manageable than it was a few years ago. But we have also to responsibly think about dealing with the challenges. We shouldn't rush to the head of state to be asking, so the internet is unsafe. And you shouldn't be laughing when people do some caricature about him and the government. I expect you people to say, this is the migration was not meant to create this kind of things. That
One choice, multiple styles, all big, all unique.
Anyinyindo nebo kabeletab kei nebo rwoik eng labatet nebo kong'ete lagok chemengechen akoi rwoik chenootin. Absa Sirikwa Classic Cross Country Jumamos tarik 22 arawetab 2 eng Lobo Village. Konyorchinigei ibaurienji rwoikab emoni kotesentai labatenywa eng kebeberta nebo barak. Ibwat iegu agenge eng biik chebaurienjini rwoikab emetab Kenya eng chepchinetab kei nebo kokorwochi emetab Kenya eng ematunwekab sang akorwoe eng labatet nebo barak komiten gaa. Ibelige rwoik eng kebeberwek cheboto kenyisiek 5 akoi 8 werik ak tibik, kenyisiek 9 akoi 12 werik ak tibik, kenyisiek 13 akoi 16 werik ak tibik, under 20 murenik ak kwonyik, elite murenik ak kwonyik koboto anyun mixed relay. Siretab kei anan registration nebo lagok kong'ete kenyisiek 5 akoi 15 keyoe eng tarik 21 eng Lobo Village kotauge saa 2 nebo subui. Kibeljinigei konunoik chebo akoi silingisiek 15,000,000. Ngebe Lobo, ngebe Sirikwa Classic akibwat ile makilipani sikechut eng Sirikwa Cross Country. Tun gemi live eng Kass TV ak Kass FM International.
Fine Touch Africa Limited inakuletea pipe za irrigation na pipe za kusambaza maji zijulikanazo kama Fine Drop HDPE pipes. Fine Touch inatengeneza pipe hizi kwa ubora wa hali ya juu na kuuza kwa bei nafuu. Fine Touch Africa pia wanahusika na pipe za drip irrigation, rain hose, sprinklers na vilevile pampu za maji. Vifaa vingine vya irrigation kutoka Fine Touch ni kama vile greenhouses, agricultural nets, dam liners, solar pumps, rain guns, planting trays, miongoni mwa vifaa vingine vya kilimo. Kwenye mji wa Nakuru tunapatikana Industrial Area nyuma ya Gido Plaza. Eldoret tunapatikana Nakuru Road baada ya daraja la Sosiani. Pia tuko Kitale, Kapsabet, Iten, Bomet, Bungoma, Nyahururu na sehemu zingine nchini. Nairobi tunapatikana eneo la Embakasi, Saku Business Park. Ili kufahamu mengi kuhusu bidhaa za Fine Touch Africa, tembelea duka la Fine Touch Africa lililo karibu nawe au utupigie simu kwa nambari 0724 615 066 au 0700 169 962. Kwenye tovuti unatupata kwenye www.finetouch.co.ke. At Fine Touch, we make it green.
Speakers have spoken about that. I want to take a moment to recognize and appreciate the invaluable contributions of our partners. Your dedication and collaboration have been the cornerstone of our efforts in making the internet safer and a more equitable space for Kenyans. The team, Kenya Bankers Association, TESPOC, all the umbrella, the teams that come under TESPOC. We have Then you have Meta, which was formerly Facebook. You have Google. The government really appreciates the efforts you are making to support us to deal with this crisis. And we cannot thank you enough. Ensuring online safety for internet users is paramount to the achievement of the digital superhighway and the creative economy. A key pillar of the government's bottom-up economic transformation, which is aimed at leveraging technology and creativity to drive economic growth, job creation, and innovation. You know, our president has been talking about these 5 pillars. You know, you have housing and settlement, medium and small enterprises, universal health care, agriculture and food security, the information superhighway and the creative economy, and of course the 6th one, climate change. Consciously, the president knew the challenges we were going to face, because he says his main aim is to migrate everybody to the digital space. All of us must be ready to deal with this. It's not the president's responsibility to deal with all these threats. He's migrating us there, and our work is getting easier, more manageable than it was a few years ago. But we have also to responsibly think about dealing with the challenges. We shouldn't rush to the head of state to be asking, so the internet is unsafe. And you shouldn't be laughing when people do some caricature about him and the government. I expect you people to say, the migration was not meant to create this kind of things. That creativity, putting people in coffins, is not what we intend. We want internet to create jobs, make work easier. So that behavior, what you call some bad manners, we should deal with that. Chuna mtoto masikio kama namwambia hii ilikuwa ya kukupatia kazi, si ya kuchora watu wakiingia kwa coffin. Shika masikio ufinye kidogo. Kwani ukimfinya kidogo atakufa? Unashika tu masikio kidogo kwa mbali, ile haiwezi kuua, finya kidogo. Don't wait for government to deal with that. So, we have had initiatives undertaken by the government, such as the laying of 1,000 kilometers of fiber optic cables to ensure high-speed internet access in all 47 counties, deployment of 5G network, and automation of government records and processes on the eCitizen platform. Now we are about 22,000 services, and people are coming with personalized services. This has opened the entire world to Kenyans who benefit from opportunities of the digital age and the leverage on technology to drive our country's economic growth. You know, at Mombasa I saw the telecom people here. We have really been hanging on the telecom systems. The undersea cables at the coast have opened a huge superhighway for information flow into Kenya. How do we manage this information? These digital products. We can choose 2 things. We can choose to be responsible and destroy our country, or use that to the highest level of expectation of the Republic by promoting growth and social transformation. The Kenyan government is unwavering in its commitment to fostering safe, inclusive, secure digital environment for all our citizens. Today, I'm pleased to highlight some of the key initiatives we have undertaken to ensure that our people, particularly children and vulnerable groups, are protected as they navigate the online world. The first thing we know we have done is the setup of this national cybersecurity strategy, which was launched in 2022 to address emerging cyber threats, to protect our critical information infrastructure. This strategy alone is a roadmap that focuses on governance, policy development, capacity building to counter cyber risks and enhance public trust in our digital systems. We are doing our best. In fact, what you saw here is just to, if you go to the Communication Authority of Kenya and you check how many attacks Kenya receives, attempted attacks on us per second, I think most of you will not go to sleep. You will use every weapon, including kitchen knives, to help Mgonyi. The officers who work to deal with this work in shifts, they don't go home like we do. Because if they do, tomorrow the banking system will collapse. So there have been attempts, but we, as government, we have the capacity to deal with those. But every day, because this is technology, they invent new things. And even the recent hacking was quickly, we held a meeting at our ministry. We have dealt with it. But that does not mean that we are out of danger. Every other country is also struggling with that. So there is no threat spreading lies about data insecurity. Our data in this country is safe. We expect more attacks, but those who are attacking us should also expect more offensive from us. The second thing is the Kenya National Digital Master Plan, launched in 2021, which is a blueprint that outlines the country's digital transformation strategy. The plan's focus on digital government, digital economy, digital society, and digital infrastructure is aimed at leveraging technology to accelerate economic growth, enhance service delivery, and improve the quality of life in Kenya. So you have seen a lot of activity in agriculture, MSMEs. Our country has taken off. There are people who could be doubting about this. I think you people in the technology, because you know the details, you should hold seminar everywhere. Tell people, this country has taken off. You may not know. Distinguished philosopher Hegel, some people call him the father of German philosophy, one time said, men make history, but they don't know that they are making it. You guys are part of a revolution that is taking place. In a few years, you will say, but how foolish were we that we didn't appreciate this? I'll give you an example of how those of us who stay along Thika Road, before President Kibaki came to office, we thought we had a road to Thika. And when the president ordered that there should be demolition of structures, first of all, we thought there was no space to build a road. The president went ahead and did that. Now, look at a typical evening in Kenya today. Those of you who stay along Thika Road up to Thika, the old road we had, if it was still there now, how would you get to your house? If this one is already having congestion, then you say, whoever did this is a genius. So with the time, you will realize that most of you will start saying President Kibaki was what? A genius. And now, with what President Ruto is doing, I am estimating that in another 1 year or two, you will call him a genius. The president is going to be a genius. What we are experiencing is a revolutionary takeoff. Because this is really what this country needs. But when it starts, it has some little pains, and you think people like playing safe, because when you are in a safe situation, you don't want disturbance. But this world is changed through disturbances. You create a new world by breaking rules. breaking the status quo. And that's what the president has done. And you know, we're on the right path. So the third thing that we have done as government is the National Plan of Action to tackle online sexual exploitation, child sexual exploitation and abuse. 2022-26, you know that, which outlines strategies to combat online sexual exploitation with detailed goals, responsibilities among government entities. This is